We got Jose on the microphone right now. He's going to tell us a good story. Tell us what's up, Jose.
Oh, wait, this is what I did over the weekend, right?
Yeah, the week. Just tell us the story.
Okay, so me and my friend Aaron, we went to go find boxing gloves because we take boxing classes, and me and him boxed.
Awesome. Here's a nice round of applause.
My name's Angelica Kalika,
And tell us a little bit about yourself.
and I like acting.
You like acting, okay?
I'm Andy Garcia. I've already been to the animation part of this program, and last night was the great Greek god Poseidon caused an earthquake that I slept through. That I know only from my English teacher.
So once upon a time, there was two guys, and then they had a farting war. So one of them went to the South Pole, one of them went to the North Pole, and then they farted, and then that made global warming because their fart lasted for 10 years, and then while those 10 years passed, all the glaciers melt and they all died at the end.
Good job. Give a round of applause for Juwan. First of all, who all does have something to pitch today? Andy, 1. And Laura, 2. Are you ready, Laura? Would you like to break the ice with this? Okay, everybody get your notebooks out, and you're gonna take notes on what it is that Laura's gonna pitch to us. And we'll be ready with questions, little things that we can throw at her. So let's give a nice round of applause for Laura. Thank you, Laura.
What happened, Daddy? Crying. Your mother had a car accident and she couldn't make it to your birthday. She's gone. Your mother is gone. No, but Mommy said that she promised. What are we gonna do without her? Lisa is now sweating and scared. Please let it be a dream. Please let it be a dream. Lisa is now panicking, sweating, and heavy breathing. I'm in front of your bedroom door. Lisa is starting to shivering, heavy breathing, sweating, and crying. And I am now right next to you. And I got you! Lisa screams and Dad ran up the stairs. And Emily was there too. What happened? Lisa, are you okay? What happened? There was a shadow right next to me. It looked like a human body, but with a dead crow. And that's it.
Oh, nice. Good job. Round of applause. Wow.
I sketched the drawing of it, so.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Great job. I mean, just breaking the ice and just opening up those notebooks this week was exactly what I was hoping for you guys to do. Just on your own will. I was just wanting to do it, and this is above my expectations, and I'm really proud of you and really excited to see how this develops and grows. So thank you very much. Oh, you have another question, Juwan?
Does everyone die?
Nice little button. Nice little cute little button, Juwan. All right, thank you. Go ahead and have a seat. Laura, give her a nice round of applause. Yeah, great job. It sounds like you came on this story based on the monster, based on the character, because you had a visual of the character, right? That's great. That's what's called the antagonist. Lisa needs to survive the antagonist. So when you start to learn the format and putting the format in, like I said last week, it roughly equals out, each page equals about a minute. So when you're writing it, and if you're saying, I want to make this a 30-minute story, okay? Roughly? Is that about right? Or
Yeah.
what would you say? Okay, so making this like a 30-minute story. This is how I was taught. It's called a paradigm, and it really helps me out. I don't want you to just feel like this is the one and only way to tell a story, but this is what I consider, this is your timeline here, okay? And so if we start this as page 0, and this is page 30, now we have a 30-minute story, okay? In that 30-minute story, what you're aiming to do is kind of hit marks, okay, to get your story across. So you did a great job of introducing your characters. You had Lisa, her sister, Emily, and then their dad. Okay, and we got to see their relationship, right? Dad is watching Lisa and Emily having dinner without mom because she had to work late. That's a great introduction, is the bond, the family bond. that they do have. And then this position happens here. This is what's called the first plot point. And this is where the sheriff was there. This is your beginning and this end, beginning. This is your middle section here, middle. And this is your end section here, okay? So formatting wise, in the beginning, we want an introduction on who the characters are, okay? The location, where does this take place? What's the story about? When does it take place? You know, and why are we watching this story? What is it that happens? Boom, something happens and changes the dynamic of these characters and the world that they live in. Through the middle section of it, there's an analogy in a book called Saving the Cat. Has anybody ever heard of it? Save the cat. The analogy is based on this. There's a cat that gets stuck in a tree, okay? So in the beginning, we find out the characters in the story, Tommy, the young little boy, let's say, and his cat goes running up in the tree, and he has to save the cat. In the middle section is where we throw everything at the cat to where it seems like it's going to be impossible to save this cat. Okay, the police officers get stuck in traffic. The fire engine gets stuck in traffic. It starts to rain.
Or they all die.
It may seem like that, okay? It might seem like, okay, how are we going to save this cat? That's the whole middle section, okay? The cat gets stuck in the tree right here. Beforehand, we're meeting all the characters that are in there and like how they work together and who is our main character, who is our hero that's going to ultimately save the cat. And perhaps we find at the beginning of that this main character has an extreme fear of heights, okay? But then something happens in this middle section when the cat is stuck in the tree, when it starts raining, when there's no other help there, when the bully kids around town or around the neighborhood are throwing rocks at the cat and everything, and Tommy's gonna figure out how he's gonna overcome his fear of heights to ultimately save the cat. And this is the climax situation here where we find out there's something that Tommy learned about himself that makes him realize that he's going to be able to save this cat and get it out when the audience thinks it's impossible. So that's the 3-act structure. So if you start to think of your stories in that way, it really might help a lot. Okay?
What I call my story is voices. But then all of a sudden there's a blackout and something isn't letting them open the door to leave outside, and you can't see anything out there. It's completely dark. They can't leave, so they decide to wait till the blackout so we can see light, and maybe the door will unjam. They don't know why the door is jammed. But the thing is, in the blackout, there is a creature who eats vocal cords. He has his own voice, but he lumbers around in darkness, captures you, eats your vocal cords. You don't die. You remain his prisoner, but you can't talk anymore. He steals your voice so he can talk in your voice to lure in your friends, to bring them to his direction, and then get them and eat their vocal cords. He can only eat vocal cords. That's all he can eat. And he's very manipulative. He's very sinister, very intelligent. He doesn't fool around. He doesn't tell jokes. He's just very sinister and wants to eat. And he tricks you. But then all of a sudden there's a blackout, and something isn't letting them open the door to leave outside, and you can't see anything out there. It's completely dark. They can't leave, so they decide to wait till the blackout so we can see light, and maybe the door will unjam. They don't know why the door is jammed. But the thing is, in the blackout, there is a creature who eats vocal cords. He has his own voice, but he lumbers around in darkness, captures you, eats your vocal cords. You don't die. You remain his prisoner, but you can't talk anymore. He steals your voice so he can talk in your voice to lure in your friends, to bring them to his direction, and then get them and eat their vocal cords. He can only eat vocal cords. That's all he can eat. And he's very manipulative. He's very sinister, very intelligent. He doesn't fool around. He doesn't tell jokes. He's just very sinister and wants to eat. And he tricks you to come into a direction. And to make the story more interesting, the second most important character is gonna accidentally look into his eye sockets. They're not gonna. He doesn't have eyes. I'm basing the monster off a mask made in Canada at home. So you're looking to his eyesight. Oh, the only source of light are candles. Okay, I want to make that clear, very clear, because candles makes it very creepy. Looked into its eye sockets, and now whenever he or she closes his or her eyes, they can see through the monster's eyes to see where they are or who they're trying to attack. The monster gets really pissed at it, so it decides to finally get that character, and the two main characters are the last ones left. But it gets that one character, so the other character, let me eat him, and I will let you live as your full life. Just leave me with him or her, and you will live your life. And the last character wants to be a hero, but the character who closes his or her eyes to see through the monster's eyes says, no, just leave me here. And that's how it ends. I think happy endings are great, but I want a sad ending. I want a sad ending where someone sacrificed themselves for someone else. And today I did this sketch of a concept of a month. This is pretty much how the mask looks. Not one of my best drawings, but I did it right now.
How many actors do I have in here? How many people do I have that want to be actors?
Me!
Good. Actors. Okay, cool. You're going to play Lisa. Let's see. You'll play Marco.
Marco!
You're Marco. And you're Captain Kirk. So tell us about Isabella. Who is Isabella? What is Isabella's character traits?
Have you ever acted before?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, good. Then you should know what to do with the character.
Either way, I mean, what did you get from it? And then there's no right or wrong. I mean, in fact, you could make some stuff up.
I feel like she's like a rebel type of kid, like the edgy type, like the one that doesn't care about getting in trouble.
Okay. And she, and what's her backstory?
Her mom died when she was 8 years old. I think in a car accident.
Okay.
I think so.
I got from her story.
Right.
I wanted to. Yeah, tell her story.
Right. Yeah, it's good. You okay with that?
Yeah. The scar on his forehead. But boxing
We extend
and like he was graffiti.
We're definitely gonna need face makeup for this, for like
He was
tear
the-
tattoo for blood.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how to do that. I know how to do special effects.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Awesome.
Will get up to break up the fight. John will trip the captain, causing him to drop his keys. Marco will sit on him. I'll grab the keys, unlock the door, and we'll get
Real hightail
it out of here.
Our goal right now is to imagine an actor over where Officer Barnes is at right now, and to cause enough of a commotion to make Officer Barnes want to drop what he's doing and break it up.
Yeah, but you guys got caught, so you guys got nothing out
Are
of
you
it.
really serious?
Yes, I think about it. No,
And
I
nine
murdered
times
someone,
you
which
said
I got away with
good.
it, so I can prove it right now.
going on?
Good job. A lot of actors are based on going off of feeling and trying to capture that feeling is what comes across real on camera. So just try to find that, like, maybe a little frustration or something that you would like to argue about. Is there any times that you actually kind of do like arguing with people, like making a point?
All the time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, bring something up. Maybe that was recent. Maybe a recent argument that you had that you felt like you were for sure correct about, and you love proving your points.
You never know what you got until you have it taken from you. I believe her last words were in.
She says Isabella. You say you think it's your mom.
Okay.
So it's like you're hearing voices. So
Isabella. Mom?
good. That was really good. Got the chills off of that.
Into the darkness, into the dark, endless eyes.
Good. That's really well written there. Good job with that writing there. Let's get that right. Read that over again a couple times, and then start to fill it. Start to fill it out, and then scene partners help her. Be so like kind of upset with her, like, why did you leave? Why did you leave? Oh my God. Yes, good. And then try to beg for their forgiveness.
I'm sorry. It made Captain Kurt's voice, and I thought it could save him. Then it grabbed me and looked directly into his dark, endless eyes.